Here is the latest for you on the Hill Country flooding disaster. There are now 106 confirmed deaths in Kerr County. That's up by 3 from Friday. Among them are 70 adults, 36 children. There are believed to be about 160 people missing, but like officials keep saying, all of these numbers could grow. The flash flood warning early this morning forced many search and rescue crews to halt their operations for most of the day. News 4 San Antonio's Emma Allen joins us with how those tough decisions were made.
We are in Ingram, right along the Guadalupe River. Earlier today, we spoke to the Fredericksburg fire chief, who tells us why search and rescue operations had to be called off earlier today.
No, the river is not a place to be right now.
That's Lynn Bizzle, Fredericksburg's fire chief. He tells me his crews oversee covering an 8-mile radius for search and rescue operations along the Guadalupe River. From Rio Vista Road in Ingram to Highway 98 in Kerrville, their boots are on the ground, but not today.
And about 9:15, we decided to suspend operations for today due to safety concerns on the river.
The recent rain from today causing the river to rise again, leaving volunteers and first responders with no choice but to get to higher ground and wait until they are in the clear again.
It's a every minute discussion, or every 15-minute discussion with them to make sure that we're not going to get a wall of water coming on top of us.
Authorities still blocking off some of the main roads near the river, only allowing first responders and residents to pass through. Mateo Matz's mom lives up the road near the river. He drove from Fort Worth to Ingram to make sure she was okay.
Just the amount of damage here is just crazy. I've never seen it this bad ever. We're used to a little bit of flooding, but not like this.
His mom is safe, but seeing the devastation has left his heart in pieces.
Coming in, I could feel the heaviness in the air. It was just crazy, watching it. But seeing it in person is totally different from watching it on TV.
Though Mata has since moved away, he can't help but think about all the memories he made growing up with his cousin along the same bridge.
There's always going to be home, and seeing the destruction and hearing about all the innocent lives lost, especially the children, it weighs really heavy, and it's been weighing really heavy on me.
As for safety measures, Chief Bizzle says they were in place and they wanted to keep everybody safe. Reporting in Kerr County, I'm Emma Allen.
Emma, thank you. The Hunt Independent School District was planning a candlelight vigil tonight, but that was also put on hold because of the flood watch. The district says on social media they will reschedule when it's safe to do so. We'll keep you updated on that new date and time. Well, Ingram was one of the cities hardest hit by that flooding last week, and search operations were halted there too. But as News 4 San Antonio's Ethan Trejo explains, this is the first time in about 10 days that some of these first responders are getting a break. He joins us live from Kerr County tonight.
Well, Jordan, thank you. This parking lot behind me is typically filled up with cars and volunteers, and this morning it definitely was. But after search and rescue operations were put on hold due to another flash flood warning, it became a lot more empty.
We saw the first responders that usually have been coming through here.
Eric Wilfong is the church administrator at City West Church, the building being used in assisting first responders and housing donations. He said the first part of the day saw a spike of responders, but after the weather delay, things in the area calmed down.
We had a large influx of those guys come in to wait out the storm and to eat, to resupply, and to wait for further orders.
The search and rescue operations near and around the Guadalupe River were called off at 9:15 a.m. this morning. Reagan Rapke, operations manager at the Ingram Volunteer Fire Department, said the decision was partially made as a safety measure to protect responders from potential floodwaters, but it doubled as a much-needed rest day for those tirelessly searching.
Most of my volunteers are greatly appreciative of it, and they needed the rest. They've been here. A lot of volunteers have been here since day one, and we're moving into the 10th day of it.
Rapke says that they will keep a team on standby in the event that the river does rise to dangerous levels again. But for now, most responders spent the day back at their hotels.
We have a couple of boats and swiftwater teams available, but we're not going to resume recovery operations until tomorrow.
Well, search and rescue teams will now be watching the weather as the flash flood warning has now extended into tomorrow morning. But if the weather holds up, they are expected to continue searching at around 8 a.m. In Ingram, I'm Ethan Trejo.
Some rescue crews took some time to visit the Kerrville Memorial during their much-needed rest. This memorial honors those that lost their lives in that July 4th flooding. Again, at least 106 people confirmed to have died in Kerr County. Officials believe around 160 people are still missing. Volunteers and organizations from around the country are stepping up to help residents put the pieces of their lives back together. News 4 San Antonio's Matt Roy spoke with one organization who's specifically targeting low-income families to help in their time of need. He joins us with that story.
Devastation, destruction, tragedy. Thousands in the Texas Hill Country working to overcome the deadly flooding from the 4th of July, 2025.
Never have I ever seen it this bad.
But if you ask the residents of the area, they'll tell you that the silver lining has been the outpouring of love, resources, and support from around the state and around the country.
It's just the lines and lines of people with free food signs. It's very, very cool. You know, I don't think we could have asked for anything better.
There's food on every corner. You could get fed for a month. It's just been overwhelming, and we're so blessed.
And the help will continue. National nonprofit Give Directly is looking for 350 low-income families in the Kerr County area to give $2,400, no strings attached.
We've worked in Los Angeles, in North Carolina, in Florida, and we consistently see that when people have cash and can meet their own specific needs, we see just the tremendous sorts of outcomes from that sort of aid.
The organization has given out almost $100 million in the past 12 months, helping nearly 100,000 families nationwide, specifically helping people who are currently on SNAP benefits and food stamps.
When you send somebody cash, they're able to decide for themselves how best to meet their own needs.
In Kerr County, they've awarded money to about 25 families, but are looking to help at least 300 more as everyone works to move forward.
Once the flooding hits, as soon as you can get money into your pockets and start rebuilding, the better.
Now, Carmichael says the only thing stopping them from helping more people is lack of funds. So if you'd like to help, head over to our website and click on the link for this story to find out how you can donate to the cause. Reporting in the newsroom, I'm Matt Roy. Back to you in the studio.
Other areas of Texas also under a flood watch tonight. Check out this video from Lampasas, which is west of Killeen. Vulnerable areas had to be evacuated because of that rising water. And according to the National Weather Service, the river crested at more than 33 feet this morning. It was less than 2 feet just hours before that. Here's a look at some rescue efforts amid those overnight storms. This is from the Texas Game Wardens. The department says they have crews in Brady, El Dorado, Kempner, Llano, San Saba, Sorona, and other areas, and they say they've already rescued multiple people from those high waters. Meanwhile, in Burnett County, rising water has closed multiple low water crossings, making it impossible for cars to get through. The water has been separating families and trapping people as it rushes over the roads. Vinny Martirano has that story.
It's a nightmare that keeps coming back. Flash flooding is pummeling Burnett County for the second weekend in a row.
It's a little intimidating, I won't lie. This is doing damage, a lot of damage.
Today's flash flooding blocked many low water crossings and other county roads like FM 963 in North Burnett County. Water from normally small, tame creeks turned into full rivers which wiped over roads. This made it impossible for people like Sean Murdoch to get home to his family as water started rising.
That's why I left work. That's why I'm here right now, to make sure my family's safe. One way or another, if I have to, I'll get across that crossing.
Jeff White and his family were also separated by today's rising floodwaters. All they could do was stare at each other from across the newly made road river on RM 2340. White, his wife, and his two sons were on one side, his daughter and son-in-law on the other.
Yeah, he's trying to go to college. He's stuck in. His plan's going to be sit at home. My plan's going to drive around until I can get home.
This feeling isn't new for White and his family. Last week, he was trapped in his home between two low water crossings with no way of getting through.
It's crazy. It's dangerous. You look at it and you know you can tell you're going to get smoked out. You're going to lose control.
Welcome back, everyone. 2 girls in North Dallas heard about the catastrophic flooding in the Hill Country, and they decided they wanted to help. They have set up a lemonade stand in their neighborhood, and it's meant to help the families whose children were at Camp Mystic when the flooding hit on July 4th. And they have found the perfect place to set it up. Their stand sits proudly outside the home of a neighbor who used to attend Camp Mystic. Erica Mims says the idea helps show kids how to share blessings with others who are in pain.
Any good deed they do can put a smile on someone's face. You know, all these people are coming up and saying, thank you guys, thank you so much for what you're doing. And you can just like tell the kids are smiling on the inside and really excited. And they're like, I got a 5, you know, I got a 20. So we want them to know that in times of tragedy that they can step up and help lift people up within the community.
Mims says the effort is personal to her, too. She says she has a son around the same age as the girls who were swept away at Camp Mystic. Right now, News 4 San Antonio is partnering with the Salvation Army for Sinclair Cares Texas Tragedy Relief. Just scan the QR code to help provide meals and hope to the survivors and first responders who so desperately need our help right now.